Yo, what's up guys? How's everyone doing? Hope you're all good. Back with another random video. These videos just get more and more random, I swear to God. These are the events that will happen before 2050. Like, whoever sat there and worked that out, I don't know. I'll tell you a few things that won't happen before 2050, right? There won't be... Brexit still won't have finished, right? There won't be a GTA 6. And I won't be on 10,000 subs. There's three things that won't happen, but let's see what will happen.
This real-life lore video is made possible by Storyblocks. Click the link in the description for an exclusive 7-day free trial and download photos, illustrations, vectors, and more for your next video or artistic project. So as most of us are probably aware, predicting the future is a very difficult business to be involved in. Unanticipated events can always change what we thought would happen, but we're still free to make our best educated guesses with the means that are available to us. With that in mind, here are the events that will most likely happen before the year 2050 for...
I just want to find out when this 2017, well, they've already got the masks on, so they predicted 2020, didn't they?
You to look forward to happening. Starting out just next year in 2018, two new countries may emerge in the form of New Caledonia and Bougainville in the Pacific, as they hold independence referendums from France and Papua New Guinea respectively. The FIFA World Cup will be held in Russia, and NASA will deploy the James Webb Space Telescope, which will be significantly more powerful than the Hubble Space Telescope. In 2019, the United Kingdom will officially leave the European Union, and the FIFA Women's World Cup...
Well, yeah, technically, we kind of did. It's not finished though.
...will be held in France. The next year in 2020 will probably be quite eventful. The Jeddah Tower in Saudi Arabia is scheduled to be completed, which will become the new tallest structure in the world at a full kilometer tall.
Jesus.
The Summer Olympics will be held in Tokyo, and Bigelow Aerospace plans on beginning construction of the first ever space hotel that will be able to accommodate 6 very wealthy guests at a time.
I'll tell you what, 2020 didn't really meet the standards, did it? Let's see what next year holds.
In 2021, India is expected to launch their first ever manned space mission. And the following year in 2022, China plans on constructing their first very own space station. In addition, the FIFA World Cup will be hosted once again in Qatar, and the Winter Olympics will be hosted in...
Did you mean Qatar? Qatar?
FIFA World Cup will be hosted once again in Qatar, and the Winter Olympics will be hosted in Beijing, China. In 2023, the copyrights on the earliest Mickey Mouse cartoons will expire under current US copyright law, but 2024 will be much more eventful. The company SpaceX ostensibly has plans on launching their first rocket carrying cargo to Mars this year in preparation of a future manned mission. At the same time, the International Space Station will probably run out of funding in this year and be decommissioned as a result, although this may be delayed until 2028. Finally this year, the Fehmarn Belt Fixed Link will be completed, which will provide a direct rail and highway link between northern Germany and Copenhagen in Denmark. In 2025, the Giant Magellan Telescope is scheduled to be completed. It will be the largest observatory in the world at this point and have 10 times the resolution power of the Hubble Space Telescope. In addition, the UK will have completely phased out all of their coal power plants. The next year...
Yeah, so check this out. They don't want any petrol-fueled cars by 2030. 2030? Not a fucking chance. London won't even let cars in to the city centre by that time. That's what they've proposed. They don't want any cars in the city centre. Right, so bearing in mind, they've spent millions, like literally millions, these past few years building bike lanes all over in and around London. I think it's so much shit. It goes over like 100 million what they've spent. But there's going to be no cars by 2030 anyway. They might as well just waited. I do look at governance sometimes. I think, what are you doing, man? Anyway.
In 2026, we'll possibly see SpaceX launch the first ever manned mission to Mars if everything goes according to their current schedule. NASA also has plans to send a manned mission to visit an asteroid this year, and construction on the Catalan Cathedral Sagrada Familia will also be finally completed. Construction on this epic church began all the way back in 1882, which means that it will have taken 144 years to finally complete it this year. In 2027...
Jesus Christ, man. Who's the project manager for this? Imagine. Right, what time do you think we can get it done for? You know what, it's a big project. It might even take 15 years. No problem, 15 years. Right, got it all laid out. 15 years come by. We've just got the wood. We've just had the supplies delivered. What the fuck have they been doing?
In 144 years to finally complete it this year. In 2027, 10 years from the current year if you are watching this in 2017, the SpaceX crew that launched the year previously will...
Is this just an Elon Musk documentary? I feel like this is just an Elon Musk autobiography, do you know what I mean?
Watching this in 2017, the SpaceX crew that launched the year previously will finally arrive at their destination, meaning that we might witness the first ever humans to set foot on Mars this year. Also, the full autopsy report on Elvis Presley, which was agreed to be sealed for 50 years following his death, will finally be made publicly available this year. In 2028, the Summer Olympics will be hosted in Los Angeles, California. At near the end of the decade in 2029,
Hey man, look, I know we didn't... When was the last Summer Olympics? London was 2012. Where was it in 2016? I can't remember, but there was some good Olympics, man. I know that like America, like got I think the most golds, and then it was China, and then the UK, and then I don't know, man. I just remember watching that Olympics. That was when like Usain Bolt was in his prime, wasn't it? Good times, man.
Cities of San Francisco and Los Angeles will be connected by a high-speed rail line that can transport people from one to the other in just 2 hours and 20 minutes. But when the 2030s finally arrive, we'll all be in for a very interesting decade. At some point this decade, NASA plans on launching their own manned mission to Mars, so if SpaceX failed to accomplish this in 2027, then NASA will probably land the first humans on the Red Planet sometime around now. China further has plans on launching their own manned mission to the moon sometime during this decade as well, and Russia has plans on landing their own cosmonauts on the moon in the year 2031. Skipping ahead...
Like, I don't want to sound really ignorant, but why? Like, haven't we got all the information that's on the moon? Like, we kind of figured it. Like, why are they still looking to the moon? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm super ignorant. But it's just like Elon Musk and NASA are going for Mars, and China and Russia are shooting for the moon. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe it's just a national achievement for them. I don't know.
Their own cosmonauts on the moon in the year 2031. Skipping ahead to 2036, however, and we arrive at perhaps the most ambitious upcoming space project called Breakthrough Starshot. Without going into too much details, the plan should be able to send tiny spacecraft to the Alpha Centauri star system, the nearest other star to Earth. A planet inside the system, Proxima Centauri b, is located inside of the habitable zone here and could possibly be home to some form of alien life. When the tiny ships are hopefully launched in 2036, they will arrive in the system 20 to 30 years later and can take detailed photographs of this mysterious planet. In 2037, we may see the first summer where there won't be any ice in the Arctic, and by 2040...
Hey, I was watching a thing last night. A documentary where they send these big fucking I don't know how else to describe them other than ice cube makers. They send these massive ice cube makers right up to like the North Pole or whatever, and they take in loads of water and just shit out an ice cube basically, and they just keep doing that, and they feel like that's going to be their plan to fix the problem. It was just funny to me because I was just thinking of like the past 10, 15 years of everyone shitting themselves about global warming. And it was like, oh, we're going to have to start recycling, stop using petrol, stop using coal, stop doing this, stop doing this. And someone just thought, why don't we just make a massive ice cube maker? Why don't we just send an army of fridges? Do you know what I mean? So when you go to the North Pole in like 2037, instead of like these, well, you will see loads of ice, but you'll also see like a massive fridge just floating around making ice. I just thought it was funny. I don't know why.
The first summer where there won't be any ice in the Arctic, and by 2040, France will have completely banned the sale of all gasoline and diesel vehicles in the country. In 2042, the world population will have probably reached 9 billion people, while Americans of European ancestry will become a minority group inside of the United States for the first time. This year will also probably...
Fucking immigrants, man. Fuck. I'm only joking.
Group inside of the United States for the first time. This year will also probably see the advent of the world's first trillionaire as well. And in 2044, the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, including The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, will enter into the public domain. 2040...
What does he mean? Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. I thought you meant they're going to release the books. I was like, mate, I've seen the movies.
Trillionaire as well. And in 2044, the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, including The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, will enter into the...
Oh, this is quite interesting for any Lord of the Rings fans. Like 15 minutes away from me, there's a park, right? It's quite a big park, but in the middle of the park, no one knows what it is. It's like a memorial. It's this big like this spire sort of thing coming out the ground. And I didn't realise until a few weeks ago, J.R.R. Tolkien writ The Lord of the Rings in that park, and that spire is what kind of gave him the idea for Sauron's, you know, the Sauron's Eye, the tower. No, it gave him the idea for the spire in Isengard. That was it. Yeah, I just thought it was mad interesting. Like it just looked like a regular shit park to me, but a bit of history.
Public domain. 2045 is the estimated year of the technological singularity according to the famed futurist Ray Kurzweil, meaning that this may be the year where artificial intelligence will surpass human intelligence, which could lead to enormous and unforeseen changes in society.
You know who we need? Come with me if you want to live. Sorry, I'm a big Terminator fan. You gotta have the T-800 on the desk, man. Come on. Come with me if you want to live. Wow.
In 2048, the Antarctic Treaty will come up for review, which could lead to mining and oil industries opening up on the continent for the first time. And finally, we will arrive at the year of 2050. By this point, half of the Amazon rainforest will likely be deforested. About 70% of the world population will be living in cities. About half of the global population may not have access to clean drinking water. The average global life expectancy may be 76 years old. There will be super smart artificial intelligences that will be even smarter than humans. Self-driving cars will likely be normal.
Jeez, whoa. What happened? It was all good news. Like there was achievements, advances in science. Everything was looking up. Boom, hit 2050. Everyone's old. No one can drink. Everyone's in cities. Robots are gonna kill us. What happened? It sounds like a really shit 2020.
The average global life expectancy may be 76 years old.
He looks
there
like
will
100.
be super smart artificial intelligences that will be even smarter than humans. Self-driving cars will likely be normal, and a new world of possibly hundreds or even thousands of people will be living and working on Mars.
And Elon Musk will be a cyborg with a cannon on his right arm. Dude, that's what I'm waiting for. That's going to be the new announcements.
There are things to be both afraid of and excited for in the future, so let's make sure to work as hard as we can in the present to make our future the best one that we can possibly imagine. So this number right here is how much these last few images would have cost if I had bought them from a traditional stock image provider.
Right. Well, that got really depressing really quick. Like, I don't know. I think Elon Musk is going to give himself superpowers and he's going to like grab the Earth and then like drag us to a new planet. If that doesn't happen, then Elon Musk is a waste of time. That's my opinion. I'm chatting so much shit. Yeah, man. It just popped up here. See this guy's channel here, James versus Cinema. He's this American YouTuber. He does like he reacts to films and that. He's a really good channel. Go check it out. It's really good. Just thought I'd let you know. But yeah, man, if you don't mind, like, comment, subscribe, all of that. I hope I didn't talk too much shit. I know you guys seem to like it, so I was like, I'm just gonna let loose and say what I want. Yeah, let me know how depressed you are after that. So, Jesus Christ. Peace out, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you lots.